Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here. With me today are my colleagues from Total, Routine Jure, she's a VP for Finance, Retagia Merish, VP Strategy, Mohsen Tariq, VP Business Development, and I am Karen Yinam, and I'm the VP for Marketing. We here at Total have a strategy to become a major integrated player in the solar energy. And as an energy producer and provider, Total is always striving to diversify its supply to help meet growing energy demand in the long term. So we are here today to talk to you about a proposal to acquire a majority stake in SunPower. So why Total? And why do we think you need to partner with us? Let me just start by saying Total has been active in the solar energy industry since 1983. Also, we already have some joint venture affiliates with Tenosol and Photovoltaic, and we have a lot of R&D projects such as solar and biofuels. So this already tells you that we have built strong expertise all along the photovoltaic solar power chain to make this technology more reliable, efficient, and competitive. Also, Total has built up sizable renewable energy activities, and today we believe this is the time for us to take steps to execute our strategy to become a major integrated player in the solar energy. Total also has a global presence which we believe SunPower can take advantage of. We are currently in about 130 countries with about 93,000 employees, and we believe that a partnership with SunPower can only be a win-win situation for both firms. So for the agenda today, we intend to take you through a few benefits that we hope you would gain from this deal, and then we can speak about the next steps. So for the partnership with us, we believe that there will be some benefits definitely to SunPower. We hope to propose a $1 billion in credit support, which can obviously aid in solar research and development investment and other resources as well. All these will be available to SunPower through our global network. And we also take certain steps in positioning this business for a continued growth and long-term success. Also, this relationship with Total will help improve SunPower's capital structure, which will enable SunPower to accelerate its power plants and commercial development businesses and expand on its manufacturing capacity with a lower cash requirement. Also, with this deal, we are going to allow SunPower to have enough independence. This means that SunPower will continue to operate under its current management because we believe that having the management is going to provide an incentive to grow the company. Also, we do believe that there will be some benefits with regards to solar research and development investment. And SunPower will also be able to acquire large amounts of capital at lower rates. This is because the cost of capital is a substantial consideration in certain projects, and Total can definitely get access to large amounts of capital at lower rates than standalone solar companies such as SunPower. And also, we believe that having Total as a potential financier will also potentially help SunPower to circumvent the often arduous search for money and partners on particular projects. At this point, I want to talk about why we think the time is right. We believe this is the best time to have this partnership. And why do I say so? This is because currently we know there's been a couple of industry challenges in the solar energy industry. And so partnering with Total is going to put SunPower ahead of its competitors. Also, with the low subsidies in this industries, many investors have taken a skeptical view on the long-term viability of the solar industry. And so we strongly believe that this partnership is going to put SunPower on the path to be able to be the major player in the solar energy industry. At this point, I'm going to hand over to Mohsen Tariq to take us through more benefits of this deal.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohsen Tariq and I'm Vice President of Business Development. I will expand on what Karen said on the challenges, and we'll take the perspective on SunPower and the Total on the on the challenges faced. So energy solutions are enormously challenging. So to create opportunity within the energy industry, whether it be a conventional or the renewable, we need three things: energy security, economic productivity, and environmental impact. So if we bring those three things together, we're going to create opportunity. So currently, the market for solar energy is in trouble and is volatile. So it really needs a watershed event, a historic moment to come back and grow further. All right. So if we look at the SunPower has been facing some challenges in its business, and due to which the revenue for SunPower is declining. And the main reason for them is the Chinese photovoltaic producers who have come in the market for much cheaper prices. Also, the challenge to SunPower is that the changes in the Italian government policies have taken some contracts from the SunPower, where SunPower was producing energy for the power plant for the Italian governments. Now, and that was 1/3 of the SunPower's total revenue. Now they have stopped those policies, and SunPower has lost the business. So that's one of the challenges. And also, many investors have taken a skeptical view on the long-term viability of the solar energy due to its current dependence on the FIT, such as the incentives and government subsidies. So these are the challenges that we think SunPower and the solar energy is facing, and we need to address those challenges. So how do we do? Can we do that? So we offer that uh, by become by partnering with Total, there will be a great value proposition not only for the SunPower but also for the Total as well. By partnering with the Total, the SunPower will become from alternate energy producer to become one of the major energy players within the energy sector. And this merger will also give the very needed watershed event to the solar energy as well, because it will become the major player in the energy sector. Because at Total, we believe the energy future is not either conventional or the renewable, is the combination of the both. In the near future, there will be hybrid systems, as you can see in the picture. The energy will be shared by between the utility grid and the solar power. But in the long future, we see that SunPower will take over to the utility grid. So we, as an oil and gas company, we just don't want to take over and destroy the the renewable energy, but we really believe in that, and that's our philosophy, that this is the future, and that's why we continue to invest in the renewable energy. So energy initiatives like Tennisol is one of the example, right? So the other value proposition is that become SunPower can finance projects inexpensively, because as Karen spoke, that we are extending $1 billion credit to the SunPower, so that help them pay their debts. And with the financing from the Total, it makes projects more viable and expensive. So which will result into lower costs, and which will result into the higher competitive prices to the Chinese markets as well. Also, the SunPower can leverage the Total's relationship with the governments to win big bids of 100 megawatt plus projects. So that's like the Italian government stopped working with SunPower, but the Total's relationship with the government can open more doors for the SunPower to have more big projects and become, with big projects, you can bring the cost per kilowatt down, and you can be more price competitive in the market. Now, let's talk about some technology and R&D available at Total that can be that could be benefit for the SunPower. So we have Total has like best research and development within the energy expertise in the world. As you can see from the chart, we have 11 technological innovation projects. We have 9,000 square meters of laboratory space. We have 6 R&D centers around the world. So you cannot just do R&D within the United States, but anywhere in the world where our sectors are, according to the regional or geographical competitive advantage, you can do your research and can come up with the more intuitive solutions. And also we have 5 prospective labs as well. Also, Total has invested in the Tenosol, and Tenosol has been taking advantage of taking use of these laboratories and all over R&D expertise and come up with cutting edge technology and engineering and technical services at Total. So we have those cutting edge technology as well. So we want to consolidate it with the SunPower to create the solar technology competitive edge and become the leading solar panels producer in the world. From here, my colleague Ring Shui will take you to the further benefits.
Hello everyone, I'm the VP of the Finance Department of Total. I'm Routing Xue. I have 2 questions to ask you first. What would happen if some of your suppliers cannot provide qualified products for you on time? And what if 1 or 2 major suppliers suddenly decide to stop the cooperation with you because they could be your competitors? So I think both these 2 questions are the problems SunPowers are facing now. So we can see that the less alternatives you have, the harder you can control your productions. So according to SunPower's annual report, we realize that you have already met some problems like this, such as your supply chain, your limited numbers of suppliers, limited competition among your suppliers, and also the limited manufacturing capacity of them. All of these problems can increase the risks of higher cost and a longer delay of providing your products and services. But Total have some stresses can help you to solve all these problems. You can see that Total have some stresses like we have a larger supply chain and more potential supplies all around the world, because we have our operations in more than 130 countries. And at the same time, we have very strong ability to win more contracts and enhance the current cooperation with our suppliers and customers. Of course, you can see the numbers from our balance sheet. We have more than $119 billion total asset and more than $82 billion equity. So all of this financial benefits can help us to win more good relationship with our suppliers. And of course, we have a very excellent expertise to help us to solve some questions such as the regulation, technology, and construction. So together with us, we can acquire more reliable raw materials and components. And also we can improve the ability to negotiate with our suppliers. And of course, we will develop the manufacturing capacity and develop our own new plants. And another question we need to think about is, how can we improve our financial efficiency? Because currently, we can see that SunPower is facing the problem like you need a lot of money to invest in different segments. Firstly, you need maybe $130 million to $150 million to invest in the new generation solar cell manufacturing technology and other projects. And you also need a significant amount of capital to develop solar power systems and plants. And of course, some customers will require you to provide some bonds or letters of credit, which require at least 50% collateralized by restricted cash, and of course some payment and other obligations under your debentures and other debits will require more money. And the total have abundant cash flow and high liquidity. We have $19 billion cash and some eco cash, and we have $76 billion current asset. And we can provide a more sources of funding because we have good relationship with our financial institutions. Of course, because we can acquire many different options like bonds, floating rate loans, fixed rate loans, and swap, LC, and etc., which can help us to require low cost financing choice. So work together, we can have more project financing options, and also we can support your liquidity requirements, and we can lower your interest rate to help you save money, and at the same time we can provide more resources, not only the financial part but also about the manufacturer part. So then let's move to Ritagya and talk about why you need to choose us.
Thank you, Ruting.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ritagya Merish, and I'm the VP of Corporate Strategy at Total. As you've seen, you will gain large financial, technological, economical, and operational benefits from this deal. In addition, this partnership will make us, Total and SunPower, the first consolidated company of renewable and non-renewable energy in the world. This partnership will also benefit us at Total to diversify into the renewable energy space, enter the American renewable energy market, expand our green footprint, and do our bit for the environment, and bring us one step closer to achieving our goal of becoming a 30% renewable energy company in 20 years. I can confidently say that this partnership will take both Total and SunPower towards a more profitable, more responsible, and more sustainable future. To achieve these synergies, we at Total propose a 75% acquisition of SunPower. We understand that you may want to discuss this proposal in further detail, so we invite you to a meeting with us next week to hear your thoughts and take this deal forward. We will now open the floor to questions. Thank you.